Welcome, Motivation Monday with Letra Davis and LeLesChronicles. Today we are going to be talking about wind, waves, and wings. Stay tuned. Thank you so very much for joining me tonight. I'm excited that you're with me. My name is Letra Davis with LeLesChronicles. Today is Motivation Monday, where you get to find out some things that may be helpful for you in helping in life. It is my honor and it's my privilege to be with you tonight. Thank you so much for being with me. It is my honor that you are here. So, what do you do? What do you do when you're being hit by life circumstances all at once? Challenges, issues, situations, chaos. Boom, 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 boom. And it's like the world is caving in on you. The walls are shutting. You see no way out. What do you do? Well, it's my heart's desire tonight that you'll learn a few things that has been helpful for me. So when I was a child, I absolutely loved the National Geographic. Does anybody remember the National Geographic in its old day? Like, I'm not old. I ain't never gonna be old. I will always be young, but I'm just trying to show y'all a little bit of history. So the National Geographic show, right? It used to come on all the time, and it would highlight the animal kingdom and things that were so amazing to me about how the animals had to survive and what they needed to do to survive the environments that they were in, to survive predators that were after them, to survive, to find food, and so on and so forth, right? I was mesmerized by that information. I even asked my mother to please subscribe so I could get a monthly these education cards about animals. And so in school, I always got a good grade in that area because I was at home, I was learning things. So when I got to school, I was already sort of ahead of the game in that way. And as I've matured in life, I've discovered that those things that I was learning about animals back in the day with National Geographic was absolutely applicable to my life as I started to see patterns and seasons that were heavy with trials and show enough troubles and things that were beyond my control. Things that I couldn't plan for or prepare for in my own way, but I had been prepared for by the Heavenly Father. So tonight we're talking about the animal kingdom in a specific way that may be helpful for you. If you would, please go to my YouTube channel also, where you'll also find this video, and like, comment, and subscribe and share, because it is a help to me to spread this news, okay? So in the animal kingdom, there is something called the albatross bird. The albatross bird, it is a Dutch word that sort of translates to the word foolish bird, gull, G-U-L-L, all right? And there are many different features of this bird, but I'm telling you, it is an amazing bird, but you don't know it if you look at the bird on the earth, on land. On land, it flops around. It sort of kind of just figures certain things out very awkwardly, okay? It doesn't look like it has things together on land, but where it excels is when it goes off of a cliff or it goes down a little hill and it gets a tad bit of wind underneath its wings. The albatross bird is specifically gifted in that it has one of the largest wingspans for its size, and this is a very good help to this bird as it is going out to sea to find food. Once it leaves land, the albatross bird has the ability to stay out at sea for up to 2 weeks straight without going back and touching land. Amazing. Look it up. Albatross bird. Amazing bird. The reason why it has this ability to stay at sea for such long lengths is because it uses the opposition that it faces in order to gain the most momentum. If you've listened to most of my podcast in previous sessions, I'm always talking about momentum, whether that's in our personal relationships, whether that's in our careers, our industries, whatever. Momentum is huge, right? And so what the bird does, it uses the winds that are hitting up beside it, moving left and right, forward and backwards. And for those who are track runners, I used to be a track runner. If you know anything about track, you want the wind to what? To be behind you, so that way it can help propel you in a better motion, in a better movement pattern, okay? If the wind is coming against you, it will hinder you more, or you will have to exert more energy in order to move through the wind. So you always want the wind on the backside of you. But in this case with the albatross bird, whatever direction the wind is moving, the albatross bird has learned something, and that is this. When the wind is hitting it hard, it meets the waves underneath the albatross bird. And when the waves underneath that are crashing heavily and moving quickly meets the wind that's moving heavily and moving quickly, the two collide. This act of collision between the wind and the waves causes the albatross bird to get a burst of energy that's produced underneath it from the collision of the wind and the waves. And when it gets that little burst of energy from that surface, it opens up its wings as wide as it can, and it glides and it soars dynamically. It moves dynamically, and it does this weave and this bob and this movement up and movement down, and again up and down and side to side. And it rarely has to flap its wings because it's using the opposition above it, beside it, around it, and underneath it to provide what it needs to spread its wings. When it pertains to our lives, we are faced with issues. We are going to be faced with trials and tribulations and struggles and things that causes us to want to give up, causes us to want to give in, wants us to throw in the towel. But what we need to learn from the albatross bird is that God has given us unique gifts that only we possess that can cause us to use the opposition that is meant to harm us, to destroy us, to hinder us, to discourage us. But it will have the opposite effect when we spread our wings and we move and we slide and we glide and we float above our opposition, because we know that we are meant for great things. I want to encourage you tonight. It looks dim right now. It looks hard right now. It feels hard right now. I dare not try to say not to acknowledge your hurt, acknowledge your pain, acknowledge your emotions. But what I'm encouraging you to do with me tonight is to recognize that you will not be in this space always. This quick succession of issues that are hitting you all at once won't last forever, and it will not destroy you. Hear me what I'm saying to you. It will not destroy you. You're going to be all right. I know. Please know that you're not alone. You are blessed, and your life is meant to be a blessing. That's all I have for you tonight. I pray it was been a blessing for you. Thank you again for joining me for LeLesChronicles. Please continue to support my channels because it is for you. Blessings. Have a good night. Bye-bye.